What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Welcome to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That's right, I'm back. And not for golf this time. Miss Ferguson's walking ahead of me. She don't want to be in the video. But what you're seeing behind me and beside me is the main drag, the strip. If you come down here back in the day where it used to be Partyville and they've cleaned it up, we're on the northern end of that, 39th Avenue. I mentioned to you guys that Madison's stepmom's mother, who passed away, has a place down here, so we're down here with her parents, and we're going to be doing a warm season mow in their lawn here in just a little bit, so stay tuned. Never done that. The double whammy of that is not only am I going to be cutting warm season grass, but it's with an electric mower. Never used an electric mower in my life. So that'll be weird, so we'll do that here in a second. But just wanted to mention we were walking around the corner and actually was talking to a landscaper that was laying down on the same street that she lives on. They were laying down some centipede grass, which was pretty cool to watch them offload the squares. It wasn't rolled up strips, it was squares, and they were laying it down. And let me take a sip of my Monster and I'll explain what me and him, I got to ask him some questions because I told him my brother lives in Wilmington and sandy soil and what's the best thing, what do y'all do? So it was cool to run into him and just wanted to mention it to you all because we love all types of grass. So they were on the corner, one of the corner houses are getting sod put down. It was centipede. I asked him. And I said, so let me ask you, my brother's in Wilmington, he's got sandy soil. I said, if they were to do sod like what you guys are doing, what do you recommend? And he said, well, in this lawn, we did 24 yards of topsoil. And so we did double because we're tearing out what they have existing. And we rolled it to put it on top of the sand to give it that, obviously we talked about sand recently on the channel. Sand has no nutritional value. That's the difficulty with grass right here that you see. It's a mix of everything. Grass at the beach, sand has no nutritional value. You need some topsoil to provide those nutrients to the grass. So his company did 2 dump truck loads, which is 24 yards. They rolled it out, and as they put down the squares of sod, they were unloading the sod, sweating their butts off at 8:30 in the morning. He said, yeah, it depends on, he said, zoysia, you're looking at triple the cost of this centipede. So zoysia is super high down here in South Carolina. So it was cool to talk with them. So basically, he gave me some advice to give to my brother if he watches the channel, which is they need topsoil. So besides talking to the guy laying down sod, we're in the shade here. Here comes a, I don't know, Porsche or something with Miss Ferguson walking here. Everybody coming off the strip. Yeah, I don't know what that is. No, it's Corvette, I think. They've definitely cleaned up Myrtle Beach. For those that haven't been here in a while or never been here, the beach is literally on the other side of this construction right here. So a big, huge metal frame. Now, obviously, when you're at Myrtle Beach and the beach is on the other side of this street, this is a metal frame right here because it's got to be hurricane resistance according to the building structures and all that. It's got to be hurricane proof, basically. That looks like concrete down there at the very bottom. I can't tell if it's concrete or not. That's definitely wood, but over here that looks like concrete because you got to have concrete proof in case the hurricane comes. So anyways, beautiful walk, just like I like to just walk around. Somebody put a disgusting sticker on the stop sign there, but we won't show all that. But anyways, just wanted to show you Myrtle Beach, some of the pretty homes. This area that she lives in is some of the areas where the city has said they will never do hotels here. It'll always be homes and basically private property for homes and never double-decker, Trump Tower type things here. So anyway, so it's looking awesome. So we'll come back in the lawn and we'll do some mowing and talk about the mower. I have no idea that I'm going to be using, and we'll see what we can do. So back out here at the lawn, we'll be mowing here in a little bit for you. This is it. It's fully, we've got shade, we've got lines right here. We're between King's Highways over here, and where I was showing you earlier, the strip is down this way, and we're right in the middle. This is called the Golden Mile, and if you don't know about that here at Myrtle Beach, It means they've made a commitment, as I was saying, that only private homes will be here, not, you know, hotels, motels, all that good stuff, casinos, whatever. It's always going to be for citizens until they die out, and then who knows what they'll do with the land then. We know how government works. Anyways, so this is it. One of the things, just a couple observations, just looking at this lawn, that from whether fescue or warm season, there's a lot of these lily pad type things. Let me find a good patch of them to show you. So I don't know exactly the name of these like lily pad looking leaves. Let me pull one out, but they just look like this. I imagine, if I had to guess, 2,4-D would tear this up and would quickly remove it. So that's one thing. So to get this St. Augustine, and this is definitely looks exactly like the plugs we did as the test. So this is St. Augustine grass for sure. Whether there's other mixtures of grass in here, I'm not sure. But when I see that combination right there, there should be stallings running all across here, dead or alive. Like Alan does in those videos. If I was to pull on some of this, I should have some stallings come up, but I'm not going to do that. Here you go. Here's the line of it right here, where they drop anchors right here. See this? This is cool. Look at that. So these guys are running across. So warm season grass, of course, is going to run across the ground and drop anchors. And you can see some of the dead ones right there, just like in our test. So there's a bunch of them right here in front of me as I see it. So it takes a while, but 2,4-D, we would weed clean up this. This is how I would do it, and I'm not a warm season person. The other thing I notice is here in the shade, this St. Augustine is liking the shade. It's liking the spot. As we kind of go over here to more where it kind of opens up above us, this is doing a little more rough in this general area. And also I noticed there's some moss somewhere. Yeah, moss over here. There's moss in this area right here, which tells me acidic soil, right? So we're talking about moss out. We're talking about our pH levels. And I would have to look up I know fescue prefers acidic soil or slightly acidic. So what does St. Augustine prefer? We would want to look at that. Something like the Jonathan Green Magic Cow Plus, we would want to put on this to, number one, kill all the moss, get our pH right, because that's a clear sign our pH is not correct. And then other than that, we would be looking at properly feeding it, fertilizing it to get it to grow after we kill all these weeds, dandelions, things of that nature, and get our pH right. And then we look at fertilizing, the three basics, right? And then making sure it has adequate water. And as we've said with the professionals, it doesn't take a lot for disease maintenance in this, but we would want to keep an eye on that. And here's some familiar stuff from even my fescue lawn and up at the church. I'm not sure what that's called, but those are weeds that 2,4-D would absolutely take out as well. This will be the fun part to mow through right here. But anyways, just wanted to show you the lawn. So let's take a look at the mower. They said they have an electric one. I have never used an electric mower, so let's check it out. And I'll let you know post-mow what's my thoughts on using an electric mower and cutting warm season grass and being at the beach. Totally out of my element on this trip here.
Another thing that helps you to be able to know about the pH of the soil is the color of the hydrangeas. So if you see up here where the hydrangea flowers are more blue, that means the soil up here is more acidic. But then if you come down here along this side of the house, as you get towards the end, they are more pink in color. So a pink color hydrangea usually means a more alkaline, yes, a more alkaline soil. So that's interesting.
Oh, so it's the next day. Yesterday was pretty fun. We went down to the beach for first half of the morning. Got a little sunburnt. I'm wearing my WCW. Finally, I get to wear my bash at the beach. WCW gear, because I'm at the beach. And it's a bash. We're having a bash. So we went down to the Broadway at the beach later on. We walked around that whole entire thing. Took the girls to all the shops. We went and ate. We was going to go to the hangout where me and my dad went during the golf tournament like 2 weeks ago, because I still got a gift card. But man, that place was packed out. They had the people in the live stage area singing, people everywhere. It looked like some people were toasted with kids, and just, it was a crazy house. So anyways, we bought a few things, went to Mellow Mushroom, got a pizza. It was pretty good. And I came back and everybody kind of slept in till, 7, well, it's about 7:30 right now. So anyways, I've got the mower out. I found it in the shed over here. So we're gonna mow now, but let's take a look at the equipment we're going to be operating this morning. So we got the essentials. We got a orange monster for power. We got the cord for power, and then we got the mower here. So this is the electric mower. I don't know much about this, but this is a freaking lawn hog, baby. Electric 18-inch mulching mower. It looks like it's adjusted all the way down to the lowest level here. And if I had to guess, it looks like it's pretty low. If I set you guys on the ground, that's about how tall it is. So I don't know, 3/4 of an inch and half an inch. I don't know, it's pretty low. I didn't see the black thing before. But yeah, I didn't know Black & Decker has had a electric mower out for a long time. So I'm gonna figure out how to get this bad boy going. Here's the other side. Apparently you can open up the flap and let it, you know, I guess shoot some of the blades out. These fat St. Augustine blades we're about to cut. So here's the backyard around the corner. We'll do this little section first. I was talking to my father-in-law, you know, here's a Stalin trying to come out here, and was telling him, you know, over time with fertilization and just some weed cleanup and checking where the pH is on this thing, it's not bad. Like, it literally is like a lazy lawn. They literally do nothing to this lawn but cut it every now and then. And it doesn't look, I mean, yeah, you got spotty areas, but look, for doing absolutely nothing, I mean, you do that in a fescue lawn, it looks like a friggin' field, right? I was saying, hey, you put some fertilizer down, you check your pH, you get your pH right, you'll water it properly, and then you maybe stick some plugs, like buy a couple 6-pack of plugs like what I bought, stick them in right here to kind of speed up the process with fertilization. Man, this thing, you could make this easily. I feel like you could make this easily look, and I could be wrong. You can see the soil type we're talking about, especially over in this section. It's not as easy as maybe I'm thinking, because this is literally sand. We are a street away from the ocean, so this is the type of sand. You see roots there, and you see trees that are thriving here, and there's plant life here, but you know, you gotta have fertilizer, you gotta have nutrients for the grass. So it's very, I mean, literally sand. And I mean, there's seashells here. Long story short, let's mow this, and we'll mow it. My wife's gonna come out and be my tripod for this video here in a second, if I can't find a stand to mow this part. And I'll just quickly let you know what I think about cutting warm season grass and using my very first electric mower. So there we are, everybody. The yard is cut, looks better. We was just out here talking with the neighbor and it looks really good. So Miss Ferguson helped me out with the cord, and my father-in-law, William, he helped me with the lights here. That can obviously be we don't have a string trimmer, so he pulled some of these out and we just mowed right through them and everything. But just obviously, we said this 1,000 times on the channel. We was talking about how to improve it. It's just fertilizer, 2,4-D, just killing some of the weeds, and this thing could look spectacular, especially since they're trying to sell it. But we're done. It was fun. As Bill said, the only thing annoying about that mower is the cord. Like, you by yourself, that could drive you nuts, throwing cord around all the time. It falls out, and it's a very older model, so it's not made in a way where the cord, it's kind of snug in there, and it stayed pretty much all the time, but it would fall out every now and then. So besides that, man, it's light. You can throw that thing around with one hand and get around, trees and edges, things like that. So I'm impressed, man. I had fun cutting this. We tried to cut, I did actually cut it this way. You can't tell, but obviously it's a very shady yard as well, but it looks much better than it did when we started. So anyways, just thank you guys for tuning in. This is a different one, an electric mower on warm season St. Augustine grass. Never done that video before, so it's nice when I get to make videos that are different than what I'm accustomed to in a fescue cool season lawn. So give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Everything over here, is looking better. We've cut everything down. We need to get a string trimmer to really edge in the edges, to edge out, the edge of the warm season trying to creep over. That's the only thing we don't have in the blower. So we're gonna clean things up, try to enjoy our second to last day here at the beach. But God bless you guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. Again, leave your comments below if you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll get back to some fescue on the coming week, Wednesday, and we'll see what we got there. So God bless you. See you next time.